Yo, it's Trent. Hope everyone's having a good day, had a good weekend. Starting the week, Monday. A lot of people are on spring break if you're in school, college, whatever. So, fuck yeah. Um, this is Getting in Trouble, middle school edition. I talked about high school quite a bit. I'm sure I'll go more into it one day. But middle school, I did get in trouble fairly a lot. I actually got suspended on my second or third day of middle school, which is fucking, I don't know. I'm sure it's not a record. I'm sure someone out there got suspended on the first day, you know what I mean? But it's still pretty quick. So, I guess not something to be proud of, but it's pretty fucking funny, so I'm gonna tell the story. So I actually, this kid that I did this to, that I'm about to tell you about, I knew him all the way up until he graduated from the same high school as me because he was a year older. Anyways, this kid, let me tell you about him, right? Because it's important to what happens. So, he wasn't, let's say, nice, but he wasn't a bully, you know what I mean? He wouldn't, like, make fun of you or anything, and he wouldn't, like, hit anybody or anything like that, and kids were also kind of a dick to him, you know? They kind of bullied him, but I was younger, you know? I just observed all this, so it's not like he was, like, trying to be a dick, but he just had one of those, I guess, mindsets or mentality where he just liked pissing people off, you know what I mean? Like let's say you're talking about your friend and you guys both love whatever singer, Juice, right? You fucking love Juice. Like he would come over just to say like Juice sucks, like something like that, you know, like that type of person. Like he would just do shit like that, right? So as you guys know, not that it's too important, but when you're a kid it is. When you get on the bus, you're like, where do I sit? You're younger, you usually don't get the very back, you know what I mean? Well, I was like, me and my friend, he was the only one around my age, but we were on the same bus. I was like, fuck that, we're going in the back, you know? And we went to the back, and there was, you know, all the fucking 8th graders there. Looking back on it, 8th graders, you're like, they're small as shit. But when you're a 6th grader, you're like, damn, these kids are big, you know? So we're back there sitting with them, and they don't give a fuck except for him. He's only a year older, right? So he's in 7th grade. There's kids in 8th grade telling him, like, leave them alone, you know? They're not doing anything. And I kind of took it as, hey, these kids like us more than him, you know? So when I'd start getting on the bus, I'd be sitting there, and if he ever said, like, there was a couple times he'd be like, oh, let me sit with you, or move over, or this is my seat, something like that, you know? I'd just be like, fuck you, or leave me alone, or whatever, you know? Just because I knew I had the support of the other kids. But also, you know, there were a couple times maybe I went a little too far. Anyways, just being honest right there. So let me get to the day where all this shit happened. It's the second fucking, I was talking about all these times, like just ignoring him in the seat. But when I got suspended, it was right away. So let me talk about that. So the day that it was, we're sitting in the back. He is sitting behind me, and I'm sitting next to my friend, right? And I wish I could remember the conversation that was going on, but I don't at all. I don't know what it was about. All I know was we were in like a, not a heated argument, but we were going back and forth over some topic, right? And things started to get a little heated, and he either called me a bitch or something, you know, some name, right? And there was a girl, like 2 seats in front of us to the right, who had what's it called, spray, not cologne, I don't know what it's called for girl, perfume. She had perfume, right? And I said, I'm a bitch, or I'm a pussy, or I repeated whatever he said, and I grabbed this girl's perfume, and I sprayed him right in the fucking face with it, which, you know, it's perfume, but when that shit gets in your eyes, it stings, you know? I just I didn't mean to make that noise, but whatever, right? Just sprayed him in the fucking face, and I was like, now you smell like a fucking bitch, or whatever, you know, that was my line. This dude, right? Oh, and this was also, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but this was on the way home. This was not on the way to school. This was on the way home. So get off the bus, whatever, no problems, right? The next day I get to school, so I think it happened on the second day of school, but then when I got into the third day of school is when I got in trouble. So I get there and I'm sitting there, and dude, he's sitting there and his mom's sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, as soon as I got into the school, because he wasn't on the bus in the morning, but I was. And then they were like trying to come to the office. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sitting there, and he didn't say a single word while we were sitting there. It was all his mom, dude. And his mom was going off. She was like, he has a skin condition or some skin thing, you know? Which is nothing mental, nothing like with your mindset or your like your I don't know, your goals or whatever, like whatever you're trying to do in life. If it's physical, it's not messing with your thinking ability, you know what I mean? Still a fucking person, normal person, you get what I'm saying? And yeah, his mom was like, this kid's bullying my son because of his condition. I'm like, first of all, I didn't know he had a condition. Second of all, I sprayed him and called him a bitch. What would that even have to do with any condition, you know? Like, I was just, like, spraying him because he pissed me off. Like, it's not a bullying thing. I don't want to make him cry to feel better or something, you know? Like, I was pissed off. I sprayed him. I called him a name. They suspended me for 2 or 3 days. I can't remember how long. It was 2 or 3 days. And then I came back and they made me do this, like write a fucking letter to him and shit. It was so dumb. Let me, though. That was when I got suspended right away. I didn't really, I didn't have too much fun there. But that was also because it was my fault, mostly. I could have just not sprayed this kid. I could have argued with him or, I don't know. I don't know what I should have done in that situation. I probably should have just been quiet. But I was getting pissed off. I had the support of some others. And if he's going to call me names, I was going to retaliate. You know what I mean? So let me get to, there was a lot of times I got in trouble, but there's no, like, other big troubles. And I talked about the time I got kicked out from that championship basketball game. So let me talk about the time I took out a teacher. Full slide tackle, right? Valentine's Day, 8th grade. We're right on getting to the last stretch of the year, you know, coming off of Valentine's Day, where you're looking and you're like, damn, I'm really about to graduate middle school, you know. So it's Valentine's Day. We have a special thing in gym class, right? Usually we play fucking whatever, dodgeball, whatever, you know, basketball. But today there's a bunch of these laminated cards. You know what laminated means? The fucking, like, plastic over paper, that shit. So all of them are laminated on the wood gym floor. I just want to say that. And they all had letters on them and then, like, a workout. And you had to grab it, do a workout, and spell the longest word or whatever the fuck it was. Or spell Valentine's Day or some shit like that, right? So we have our teams. And she tells us beforehand, she goes, when you get to the cards, don't sprint because they're laminated. It's plastic on the wood. It'll slide around. You might slip. Don't run. That's what she said. So I'm like, we're all speed walking, doing our thing. I didn't give a fuck about this gym activity or whatever, you know. Well, it gets a little tight in the competition, right? And she said something like the winning team gets candy or whatever Valentine's Day things she said, you know. There was some reward, though. And we were close with another team, I noticed, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna run, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go get this last card or whatever, one of the last cards. Dude, I go, and you're allowed to run up to it, so I did. I ran, and I swear to you, on my life, on my, whatever you want to put it on, you know what I mean? Put on my fingers. I like my fingers. I need my fingers. I'll put it on my fingers, whatever. Like, dude, this was so unintentional. Like, it was not on purpose whatsoever. I'm sprinting, looking straight down at this card, right? And I see a person right there, so I kind of go to the left. Not like a full juke move or anything, but I, like, step to the left. Dude, I stepped right on one of those laminated cards. My left foot went straight out, and I was either going to, like, fall in a bad way. You know, my right leg would be, like, weirdly bent up. You know what I mean? Like, I'd fall on it weird. Like, my left leg would be straight out, my right leg would be, like, closed in. So I kind of just did, like, a baseball slide, you know what I mean? Or, like, a soccer slide. I just kind of sent both feet outwards and slid on my butt. Dude, the gym teacher was right there, and I fucking nailed the back of her legs and took her out. Just slide tackle, back of the legs. I'm sorry, Mrs. Lane. Because I nailed her, bro. It was bad. But she was really nice. And I did get in trouble. because she was like, I told you not to run, and then you ran right into me. And I was like, yeah, it was an accident, but what are you going to do, you know? And it was also this time in 7th or 8th grade when we were in gym class, and I had my jewel, and it slid out of my pocket right into the middle of the gym floor while we were playing one of the variations of dodgeball. You know what I mean? We were playing like a weird version, but dude, everybody's running around and my jewel's just sitting in the middle of the floor. And the fucked up part was I didn't realize I lost it, so I saw it while we were playing, ignored it, assumed it was somebody else's, then touched my pocket, realized it was mine. 2-3 minutes had gone by and I still picked it up and put it in my pocket. It was like, what the fuck, you know? Just shit like that. There was also this one time, this isn't getting in trouble, but it's middle school and it was funny. There was like this activity for the 6th graders when we first got to middle school, like one of the like first or second Fridays of the year. They were like, everybody come in, you get free ice cream, whatever, you know? I'm like, bet. I go there, see my friends. There's this kid. How can I say his name without saying it so my friends watching this know who it is, but Mitch. Fucking Mitch, right? So this kid, I cannot remember what we did to piss him off, dude. But he like squared up and I'm standing in front of him kind of antagonizing him, but also ready in case something goes down. But I was very confident, and he was confident in his, I think he was doing karate or some shit, dude. Oh man, this was funny. He bent down like we were squared up, you know, like right in front of each other, and he bent down and spun and like tried to sweep kick me and trip me, dude, and he just hit my leg and stopped and then like stumbled. It was the funniest shit, because we're just standing there and I'm like arguing with this kid but also like messing around and all my friends are right there, and he like, oh, it was so funny, dude. He tried to trip me with this spin kick and he just hit my leg and fell. Oh, it was good. Hope you guys liked watching it. Hope everyone has a good day. New stories this week. I'll be in Florida tonight, so all the videos, new background. Maybe I'll do some outside. We'll see. Yeah, thank you. Hope you guys have a good week, and don't slide tackle teachers. And I mean, I was gonna say don't spray perfume, but you're supposed to spray perfume. So shit, what are you supposed to do? But anyways, peace out.